What if Naruto was the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura, part 4. In the last part, we saw the, Uchiha matter happen, and Naruto rescuing 5 people. Now, I did refer to these 5 as kids, but depending on your definition, they're not all really kids. Or rather, I should say, they're not all younger than Naruto. One of them is Izumi, which you may or may not know is Itachi's girlfriend, or kind of girlfriend, at least when they were younger. You know, the girl with all those flashbacks of the Itachi playing on the lake? Yeah, that one. But instead of telling you all their names and who they are right now, you're gonna find out throughout the story. Now, as I already said, Naruto and Sasuke's relationship would change. And so now, rather than being an enemy, Sasuke saw Naruto much more as a shinobi he can actually learn from. Now, out of everyone, Izumi was probably shaken up the most. Sure, she had lost her family and friends just like everyone else, but it was by someone she admired, someone she loved, even. Now, Izumi, as a shinobi, she wasn't, powerful, but she wasn't that weak either. As an Uchiha, obviously, she had, or at least had the ability to have a Sharingan. And to be completely honest, I'm actually not sure if she has the Sharingan. She probably does, but if she doesn't, well, now she most definitely has it. I mean, after this event, yeah, you can figure. Now, with this in mind, obviously she was trying to protect the other kids, all of which are considerably younger than her. But seeing Naruto fight and kind of defeat Itachi is a surprise, but a very welcome one. So obviously they would also build a good friendship. As weeks and months pass, the Uchiha could once again live in the Uchiha compound, now very empty. But Naruto often visits, which is very kind of him, and Izumi does often have get-togethers with everyone to cheer up the mood. And so, with Naruto and Sasuke becoming more friendly rivals, they would obviously learn a lot from each other and become very powerful. But there is still one mystery. What were those red eyes that Naruto had for a second? The weird vision all of a sudden. Was that perhaps the genjutsu that Itachi put on me? But I thought it didn't work. Now, Indra, and kind of Kurama, but mostly Indra, had a suspicion of what this was. Him, who was, I believe, the second person who ever had the Sharingan, is obviously an expert in it, but he wouldn't say anything for now. It was kind of weird to think, but at the same time, it would make sense. I mean, Indra, the founder of the Uchiha clan, lives inside Naruto, so him having the Sharingan wouldn't be that far-fetched. I mean, their entire situation is far-fetched, so this wouldn't really be that crazy. But the mystery would stay just that, a mystery. Now once again, we're gonna skip a little forward. Naruto and Sasuke do great in the academy and are now actual friends. Still not besties, but in the academy, whenever they can, they do work together as they're the only ones that can challenge each other. They do sometimes spar even off school, because both of them have their own ambitions to become stronger. Obviously Sasuke for Itachi, and Naruto for, getting the village to like him, basically. And Izumi would kind of become a big sister for both of them. Yes, even Naruto. And so they would become the legendary duo of Konoha. Sasuke loved by all, Naruto loved by quite a few, at least in comparison to canon. Now, all the way to the Genin exams, 4 years after they first enrolled, and they would pass with flying colors in both physical and the written test. I mean, at this point, it's just easy for them. Naruto didn't do that crazy in them, but in this version, he does. I mean, he has the knowledge of Ashura and Indra, and of course, is extremely powerful. Now, Mizuki, who still hates Naruto, and actually just recovered 2 years ago from the injuries he got 1 week after school started, it was pretty rough. he obviously wants to get back at Naruto. And so, not expecting how strong Naruto really got over this time, he starts plotting. And I'm actually not sure if this is canon, I think it was in a filler episode, but Mizuki actually caught him back with some sort of fruit, I believe it was, from Orochimaru, which turned him into a tiger and made him stronger. I don't know, it was a weird episode. I'm 99% sure now recalling it that it was filler. But something similar to this would happen. I'm gonna leave out the tiger part just because it was a little bit weird. But yeah, he gets some help from Orochimaru and actually even gets 2 of his henchmen. Not any of the Sound 4 or anything like that, just some henchmen on about low Chunin level, but it certainly will help nicely. And the way they're gonna lure Naruto in is getting the scroll. Now, this would never work, obviously. I mean, he passed with flying colors, so how are they gonna do it? Well, Mizuki put up his best smile and told Naruto that he can immediately become Chunin if he gets the scroll on the same day that he passed the Genin exams. And so he does that. Now obviously he's not stupid. He knows he's not going to become a Chunin from doing this. But since it is Mizuki and he really also doesn't like him, he wants to catch him on his act. And I mean, this is the scroll of sealing we're talking about. A scroll which has many forbidden techniques, many pretty powerful ones. So perhaps Naruto can pick up a thing or two. So Naruto brings the scroll and on the way reads a little bit of it. Most notably seeing the Rasengan. He keeps that in his mind as Indra, with his Sharingan and other dojutsu, is able to basically memorize anything that Naruto sees. And so, in some sense, Naruto has a photographic memory, as Indra, with his dojutsu, can recall anything that he ever sees or reads or whatever, and he can just tell Naruto, like, well, he remembers. So yeah, photographic memory. And so he goes through the scroll as fast as possible, but the Rasengan is still the most interesting to him. He knows that it was developed by the 4th Hokage, who by now obviously he's figured out is his father, and so he wants to see what his father was up to in his youth, or rather, in his life. Anyways, back to the moment where Mizuki and the 2 Chunin are now standing in front of Naruto. "Give me the scroll, boy," Mizuki demands, pulling out a kunai, and so do the other 2. Going right for it, huh? Alright then, I'll entertain you. As Naruto slowly puts the scroll to the floor, purposely turning his back on the 3 Chunin, knowing that the 2 less experienced ones, the ones sent by Orochimaru as basically fodder, would dash at Naruto and try to get him, whilst he's not ready for a fight. But that was exactly what he was expecting, and so they were both punched into the gut and immediately knocked out. A 1v1. I swear we've had this fight before, didn't we? Maybe, was it now 4 years ago? That's weird. I'm getting some sense of deja vu. How did that fight end? I forgot. Or maybe I'm just imagining it. Let's have a fair fight, Sensei Mizuki. Damn you, you brat! As Mizuki now ate the fruit thing, whatever, and became about, I'm gonna say 5 times as powerful as in his normal state. So about from, I'd say mid-Chunin to low Jonin. Quite a power up for a normal fight. But against Naruto, I mean, he fought Itachi about 3 years ago now, and he's gotten exponentially stronger since then. So a low Jonin is, I'm sorry, it's not gonna do literally anything. Mizuki, even though he's 5 times more powerful, and even if you say 10 or 15 times, which I don't think, but whatever, he's still getting speed bullets by Naruto, so that really doesn't matter. And then the 3 thugs are brought to the Hokage, giving Naruto a lot of pride. He saved the village from these evildoers, as he was never proud of saving the Uchiha kids. Sure, he saved 5 of them, but how many others did he let die? He didn't want to think about it. But this, he actually did something good. There were no casualties, nothing of loss, and he caught 3 thugs. So, a good day's of work. And this also increased Naruto's popularity. They saw him take in some criminals. Even though he was now only, 12? That's really impressive. And so even those who still believed Naruto was pretty evil, now didn't quite, like him, but they thought less and less that he was evil and more that he was, a normal person, Isn't that crazy? I know, right? Now back to normal school. Naruto would get his Jonin teacher, along with Sasuke as his teammate. And one more. This being Sakura. As she has already, in the story a little earlier, shown signs of wanting to become a healer and learning some sort of healing jutsu, and read quite a few books of it, and about it. And so pairing her with the 2 most powerful and also kind of reckless kids is probably a good idea, as she would keep them in check and heal them if necessary. And so Team 7 is formed, with their leader, or Jonin Sensei, being of course Kakashi, as he's most fit as someone who has a Sharingan to teach someone who also has a Sharingan, Sasuke, as there aren't that many Uchiha left. Now, it wouldn't be that much of a priority, as there are others, especially Izumi, who knows how to use a Sharingan. It's not as powerful in her because she is not a fighter. Well, she can fight, but that's not what she wants to do. And so she's not a shinobi anymore. But she is very knowledgeable on the Uchiha Eye, or the Sharingan, and so has been able to teach Sasuke a lot of things. Anyways, they meet up, they talk, they do their introductions, whatever. Naruto wants to become Hokage and be respected by all the villagers, and, a little different, he wants to make sure everyone in the city is safe and treated equally. Sasuke is pretty similar to Canon. He wants to, of course, find his brother and do things to him. But another one of his goals in this timeline is he wants to care for his team and make sure that no one on his team or under his protection succumbs to death. Obviously, this is from the trauma of the night of the Uchiha massacre, and so with Naruto and Izumi helping him get through it, he has learned from it rather than wanting revenge. Now, obviously, he still wants revenge from Itachi, but he's not as blinded by his hatred, if that makes sense. You'll probably see what I mean in the future. And Sakura. She wants to become a healer, as I already mentioned, and also cares for her team very much. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the whole crush thing, as it's kind of weird. They're kids, but I am going to say Sakura likes both Naruto and Sasuke pretty equally, and Naruto is also interested in Sakura. But that's where I'm going to end that whole discussion. At least for now. And so they do the whole bell test after that, which would go pretty easy. Sasuke and Naruto have obviously sparred together, and even a couple of times sparred 2v1 against Izumi. Though as time progressed and Sasuke got stronger as well as Naruto, it just was too unfair. At first, Izumi could kind of match their power if Naruto didn't go full power and all out, but with Naruto becoming stronger, even not going serious mode, and Sasuke learning how to use more jutsu, better chakra control, and his Sharingan to not full potential, but more of its potential, all the way to being able to completely use 3 Tomoe. Now, he hasn't mastered it, but he can bring it forth and use it to a pretty good degree. And so, even one of them at this point is too much for Izumi, and so that didn't really work anymore. But now, the important thing is just they know how to fight together, as well as in a 1v1. And so, with some of Sakura's help, more as a support, but also sometimes going in for some punches, as I'm just gonna say, just for her to keep up a little bit. Obviously, she's gonna get stronger after, but for now, I'm just gonna say that she's a little bit stronger than Canon, right? I'm just gonna boost her a little bit. As I said, obviously, afterwards, with some training, she will become much stronger than she is right now. It's just unfair if I give the two boys a boost and she doesn't get one. But yeah, they actually managed to get both bells and have used teamwork. So that's a major W. And Kakashi lets them pass. They do some D-rank mission and their life as a shinobi begins. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.